Hi guys, welcome to ADIX Customs. We're back from our high-speed testing and things are looking really good. The spoiler, the MS3, performed really great. We had the wicker bill up at the full maximum 5 setting to produce the maximum downforce. And we did a really thorough real-world test on this, and we're going to show you in the video how we performed that test. It's very accurate, and we put the stock spoiler on there, and we were actually getting a lift with the stock spoiler on there at 125 miles an hour, which was a little sketchy. But with the MS3, this thing was firmly planted. You can feel it in the steering, really positive feedback, so it went really well. And we're setting up for the downforce test for the MS3 spoiler. And we're going to show you how we come up with the data and what our expectations are. So we are going to perform this test calculating the actual downforce or the weight to the rear wheels at speed of 125 and 150 mile an hour. Those are our two benchmark speeds. Our goal is to produce 500 pounds of downforce to the rear wheel at 150 mile an hour. So here's how we're going to perform this test. We're going to perform the test with the wicker bill at the highest setting, which is setting number 5, as you can see right there. And we have 11 boxes of automotive styling clay, Chavant, and each box weighs 48 pounds. You can see right there the net weight. So we're going to load these boxes into the back of this trunk, and we're going to set up a measurement system on the bottom suspension that's accurately going to show us how much downforce or how many pounds to the rear wheel this spoiler is generating. So Alex, why don't you open the trunk and we'll start off with our control. So we've emptied the trunk of everything, and we have just a board sitting there, completely empty trunk. I'll show you the suspension right now as it's sitting. There's the ride height of the ADIX test vehicle as it sits right now. Okay guys, we're going to measure the compression of the suspension here. This mark right there, that is it fully loaded at 530 pounds, and without any of the weight in the trunk, it's about, I don't know, 1 3/8 higher. So that gives you an idea of the compression of the suspension. All right, so let's go underneath and check out the suspension setup here. What we have right here is we have the GoPro mounted directly to the chassis right there. So that's pretty stable. And then what we've done is we set up a scale and taped it right to the shock itself. And the orange tape that is that you see right there, that's measured to be 530 pounds of compression. So as you watch the videos, the test videos at speed, watch that orange tape. So what I'm pointing to in this video is the bottom of the sleeve actually, and that's attached to the top mount of the shock. So the bottom part where the scale is and the orange tape is, that moves up and down in compression, and this part that I'm pointing to right there, it just stays. So in the video, look at the relationship between the top sleeve, which is fixed to the car, and that orange tape, and that will give you an accurate sense of what the downforce actually is and at what speeds it's being generated. We can measure very accurately now how many pounds of pressure is being put on this suspension. So let's go and check out what this looks like after we load it up. There we are, it's roughly 530 pounds. You can see the compression on the suspension right there. So, Alex, why don't you go ahead and get in the car, because you're going to have a little weight also. And so let's go underneath and see what this weight does and to our scale and to our measurement. Here we go, underneath. Okay, so there's the orange tape, you can see. And it's right there at the top of that line right there. Kind of hard to see. So this is our mark, guys, that we want to hit. We want to hit that 530 pound mark as we're going and racing down the street there. So watch that compression, and as that top sleeve that I pointed to early hits that orange mark, you know that you can see accurately how much compression on the suspension and how much downforce that spoiler is generating. We've also marked the wheel well there so we can measure how much compression we're getting in inches on the stock suspension. Wow, that was a lot of fun, guys. Whew. All right, here we are at ADIX Customs. Just got completed our test run. And man, this thing performed so much better than we even anticipated. It was super stable, high speeds, and got some really great data to share with you guys. And the results are in, and they're looking really good. This thing performs a lot better than we even designed it for. We got easily over 500 pounds of downforce at the rear wheels documented, and that was at 125 mile an hour, which is phenomenal. And that's kind of the sweet spot for track speeds. As you know, we were going to do a test at 150 mile an hour and hoping to achieve 500 pounds, but we got it all the way down to 125 mile an hour. So you can do the math. Aerodynamics kicks in around 50 miles an hour. So between 50 and 125, and that's 75 mile an hour, we got up to 500 pounds. At 150, we're projecting over 600 pounds easily of downforce. So this thing was in the top setting, the number 5 setting, and it was tested just as it sits right here. This is the carbon fiber stage 3. We painted it red for testing, and interesting thing is that what we did when we ran the test, we ran both spoilers, the stock spoiler. This is a stock suspension on this. We ran the stock spoiler with the stock suspension, and that thing was a little scary at 125. We actually got a lift. And after we did some research, we discovered that GM actually wanted the lift to increase better gas mileage. So that's how they designed the rear spoiler, to actually give it a lift, bring up the rear end. And it was getting a little loose at 125. At 125, this thing was fully planted, very stable, very confident with the stock suspension. The wicker bill and the whole wing itself, there was no fluttering, no vibration at all at 125 miles an hour. The thing was rock solid. So we're really pleased here at ADIX Customs, and this is a really high-end product. And we hope that you guys appreciate this. It's a fully modular spoiler. It's the only available modular spoiler for the market for the Gen 5 Camaro. And we'll be bringing this also to the later models of the Gen 5 as well. So all thumbs up. We're very, very pleased.